we're right now in the back office. Click on the home button. We're in the back office of an hour-a-day system here.
Right.
This is just a dummy system.
But we're not going to start here. We're going to start by showing the sales funnel that you could be sharing with people to have them end up in your back office for you to work with.
Right. So when you get into here, you're able to choose the sales funnel you want.
Yes.
So in your website setup, you're able to do that, and you're able to choose a template.
Yep.
So we're going to show you then a generic template on a skincare one and how it works. When we've done a little tweaking so we can show it.
That's right.
A little bit faster. But we're going to go right into that right now. So this will be the first page. So you send them to your website.
And remember, this is a general approach to someone who may or may not be interested in MLM. You haven't approached them with product only. You haven't approached them with business only. You've approached them with a general approach of, hey, I found something. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't. I don't know. But would you take a look at my system and learn why I love doing what I do?
Yeah. Even if I'm sharing this with somebody that's only product focused, I tell them I'm going to give you a balanced approach. I'm going to share with you about the business, my company, and the products. But based on how you answer the questions during the, as you go through the system, you can force it to only go to show you products or business or a combination of the two. So you're in control once you get there.
Yeah. So the reality is we're sort of qualifying them after they express general interest.
Yeah.
And we're letting them pick what they're interested in as they go through. So this is the first page.
You're paid well, not getting ahead. You don't need another job. You need leverage. I mean, let's face it, Dennis, this is the concept that I got hooked on 20 some odd years ago. Same with you. Is why we're still in the industry today.
And better yet, it's a curiosity approach, right? What is leverage? Well, someone who's never seen MLM, or maybe even they have, probably haven't been shown leverage in this way. So leverage is just the thing that I think is sort of the thing that gets them to this page to realize that, yep, okay, so before we show you leverage, let's show you what we have to apply leverage to.
Exactly. It's a 3-minute video. Now, the next button has already appeared. Now, we've hacked it.
We've hacked it.
Just to make it appear right away. Normally, it's set up to appear about 15 seconds before the end of the video.
And that's really up to you. We always recommend working smarter, not harder. So I like to know that someone's watched my whole video or gone away because they're not interested. I don't want to beg people through the system. I want people that are interested to get through the system. So by forcing them to watch my video, I've assessed if they're interested, because if they got bored and left, I don't see that as a failure.
Yeah.
I see that as a success. An interested person, an uninterested person went away, and I don't have to chase them around.
So this site was set up, by the way, at 258. If you got write this down, 258-788.com/demo and the number 1. Correct. Demo 1. Yeah. So if you want to go through this and you want to and you want to be just a, and remember, this is not a real. No, this does not go to anything live.
You're not going to be called. It's just for you to go play with the system, and even let you log into it to go see what's going on in the back. So.
Yeah. So really easy to play with. So this is a 3-minute video, and it's generic. This one happens to have a skincare theme to it.
Yes.
You click the next button. Guess what happens? Now it says about leverage. Based upon what you've seen and heard so far, there are a couple different routes that you may decide to take regarding leverage. If you're only interested in learning more about our amazing products, you don't need information about leverage. Should you be interested in making money? Then leverage is critical. Indicate your level of interest so far, and then click the link to opt in. And on the opt-in email we send, so we're telling them it's going to send an opt-in email, especially up here in Canada.
We're preparing them for the next steps.
Yeah, you can opt out at any time. So they're going to put in their information. I can quickly put in some information here. Just because I got to set up that way to quickly do it. Now, notice. This is what I love about the sales funnel. So now we're really funneling down. Based on what they saw so far after watching it, do they want to know more about the products? Do they want to know how to make money? They want to know more about you? Or they're not interested. At this point, if they're not interested, boom, they can be gone. Yeah. So if they're only interested about the products and they click that, and they click the continue button, thanks for your product interest. Now you can, based on what kind of products you have in your company, you can funnel it down even further. Yeah. Do you have a skincare line? Do you have a supplement line? Both. You can determine which way they want to go and how deep
or you could decide to just stay general, or maybe you're with a one product company, in which case this whole step would disappear.
Yeah.
The point is, if you ask somebody 10 questions on a survey, most likely they're not going to answer any of them. But if you ask them one and then the next one has to do with their previous answer, they're going to stay engaged. You're going to collect more valuable information. And of course, you're going to be able to take them to the next step that's now really starting to get very tailored what they said they're interested in.
And of course, here you would take them to a page, a landing page that would now say, thanks for your interest. And notice the person's name is already put in there. So it's they see they're talking about them. And now we just put in some generic videos on some of our mastermind videos in here. So there's no real product here. It's not going to go anywhere, but we're giving you an idea where you can now play your corporate videos here about your products, have information pages, brochures, anything you want, you can create into these pages.
That's right. And of course, we can help you with the template. So that's all there for all your members.
Now, let's just say, for instance, we're going to click the back button a couple times. Oh, let's go forward again. Oh, there we go. Let's just say, for instance, that's not where you want to go. Maybe you decide you're not interested.
Yep.
And you can go click that. Now, if you go to the not interested, let me just click another one here so it's a little bit different and say I'm not interested. Guess what? It just takes me right to a landing page.
See ya.
Thanks for your time.
Nice knowing ya.
And you've been for this page because you're not interested. If you want to give us some feedback, we put it, please send it to us. Call us to know the numbers there. So it's a last ditch effort. If you made this by mistake, they can also click the back button and go again. But we're basically saying that's it.
Perfect.
No pitch.
What's the point of trying to convince someone they're interested when they've already looked at some of your information and decided they aren't? Next person.
Exactly. Now, based on what they've answered in your hour-a-day system, there's other ways they could go to the business or get more information about yourself. Yeah. I mean, however they decide to answer those questions. So if we just click the back button here and take a look, you can see more about how to make money. It can go and dig deeper into
and you
how
can
much
ask
money
deeper
you want to
and
make.
Deeper questions. You can have as many steps to your survey as you want. And then it's really an answer-based system. So based upon every answer you see, you have all kinds of options, which I'll show you in a little bit about what you can make the system do based upon how they answered any question.
So let's look at that. So if we go into the surveys, you're going to see there's a bunch of different surveys. Here's the first survey that you saw there with the asking for their name, their mobile phone, what information you want to get from them, and what is mandatory, what isn't mandatory. So all the information that you want to be able to click. There's hidden fields. How much information do you want? You want to know what state they're from, country, address?
You can get as much or as little as you want. My experience is the less information you collect, the more leads you get, and the more you chase around people that aren't interested. Get them to give you a little bit more identifying information. It works. It's a beautiful way to make the tire kicker go away, or they'll enter bogus information so you'll know what kind of person you're dealing with. So it all helps when you get so busy from your LinkedIn system that you got to figure out who do you prioritize. The system will help you do that.
So this is where you edit this page. This is the About Leverage page. Right. Now the top part where the typing is in there is actually right here in the Edit Survey Page content.
Yes.
And then it opens up a window, and that's where you're able to go and edit what it says on the survey page. So you can go and type in whatever you want there, and that's what it's going to say. Now, this is where you can put in the information, and then there's your survey questions, which are completely, totally editable for you.
Right. And you can decide if you want to force them to answer it in order to move on.
Answer required or not. Now, if you want to show the answers, there's the 4 answers. We go over to leverage page, take a look. There's the 4 answers to the question. What do you want us to share with you next? What do you want us to share with you next?
Perfect.
There's the 4. There's the 4.
Yay.
Now, depending on how they answer, we have different actions that the system will take.
Yes, and we can set them all.
Right? And you also notice here, you can see the percentage of people that click. It actually keeps track of how many people are clicking on what buttons for you. So it's taking all this information. The tracking in your back office of Hour Days is phenomenal.
That's pretty cool.
It's great.
Lets you know what to do next.
So more about products. I'll show you what you do. You click on the action button. You can see it says next survey. And when you open up this action, now you can do a bunch of things.
A whole bunch of things.
A whole bunch of things. You can put them into a certain email follow-up series at this point.
Yep.
You can unsubscribe them from a previous follow-up series if they were already subscribed to one.
And the way we think of that is you might have sent out a pre-prospecting email that was saying, go look at this, go look at this, go look at this. Then based upon them answering this question, you can have the system automatically pull them out of the go look at this, go look at this, go look at this, and pull them into the thanks for asking for information about our products. Here's the information you asked for. And it's all just handled without you thinking.
Exactly.
You just need to think about how to set it up.
Now you could also set up a priority based on their answering the question. This is a product person. I'm not going to set them at a priority 1. I'm going to set them probably further down in the middle of the road at this point. If you want to set a priority, you can set them as a category. Because they're looking at products, we set them as a customer.
And you can set them as multiple categories. So if you know more information, you can pull as much of this information as you want. And you're also in control of what categories you have.
Yeah.
So it gets very, very interactive what you can be tracking with every answer to the question. You could also have it that if they answered that particular question, you just want to drop them off to a completely different website. That's what the redirect URL is.
Yeah. And in this case, we're putting through the next survey, which is product type.
Because they've said they're interested in products. So we wanted to find out which one of them or all of them.
And that's where you saw when you went to the next page, instead of interested in the supplement, the skincare line, or both. That was the next survey. So you can see how or you can send them to a landing page.
Yeah, and the final part is you can send them to a landing page. So you've decided you're at the end of the road with them. You might want to link them out to a few things, and that's it.
So like on the not interested one, when you clicked on that one, they went to a landing page. Now, notice I said them to a party 10.
That's right.
I'm never going to
They're not interested. I don't want them showing up on my call list on any day ever.
And I'm going to put them on the landing page. Sorry, I'm not interested.
That's right. And you're going to tag them with the category
not interested. You're never going to have to talk to them again. Now, granted, when you first get started, it's so funny. Even though they say they're not interested, I know you're going to call them.
And you know what? I recommend it. When you're just starting out and you don't have many contacts to chase around, chase every single one of them around, because the learning experience will be amazing. But use a system that eventually, as you get busier and busier doing things that add value to your business, you can stop following up with the wrong people. And yes, you might lose the odd person, Craig. 1 in 25 of those people that said they weren't interested might have joined if you pursued them long enough. But you should be so busy making money by pursuing those that are interested first, that person will come along when he's ready.
Yeah.
You know, they're not interested. You're going to leave them in an email follow-up series. You're just not going to have any personal interaction with them. You just drop them off to automation.
So we talked about landing pages and the website and having total, complete control. If you go to website setup and you go to the page editor, I mean, this is where you literally have access to every single page in that sales funnel. That intro page, if you don't like what it says on that first page, you're not happy with the wording,
change it.
You don't like the word leverage and that you don't want to see that, you go in here and you can literally go and edit that information. And you can see that paid well, not getting ahead. You know, you could if you want to change that to paid poorly. I mean, I can't even spell.
That's good.
There you go. You want to do, I mean, whatever you want to change it to, you can change it to here. Yep. You can change the pictures. You can change anything on this that you want. You have complete total control, which is even better when you get to like the, let's go to the second page, the presentation page. Now here's the presentation page. And this is where we kind of, we said we funnel hacked it a little bit. We hacked it up. The enable continue button we did it after 2 seconds.
Right.
I never leave it at that. I always want to put that right near the end of the video. This is a 3-minute video. It's 180 seconds. Notice we automatically have it redirect after 185.
Yes. And that's for mobile phone users.
But I would have it appear at about 170 seconds.
Yep.
I would have the button appear, because that way it's going to appear at the time that is appropriate. They've had to watch the entire video first. They can't just scroll to the end of the video and say, I watched it.
And again, that's about creating quality leads, right? I believe that if I've taken the time to make a video and I think it's important for someone to watch, I don't want them getting to fill in my form until they've watched it.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the system to qualify them for me. I want to work smarter, not harder. I want to do this business in an hour a day. You don't do it an hour a day by offering people $5 to go through your system, because then you're going to have a whole bunch of people that could care less about anything but the $5. It's exclusionary prospecting that we like to teach. Now, you don't have to do it that way, but we like to teach it that way.
And these videos are YouTube videos.
Yes.
So you can put any YouTube video you want here. It's very easy. But notice, not only do we have the video with the voiceover, we've also got the captioning at the bottom. You need to do all of it, because so many people now are looking at this stuff when they're at work or shouldn't be.
Apparently right now the stat is 80% of people watching a video do not have sound on or have no intention of turning the sound on.